Good morning from Wootton Rivers. We were a little bit naughty last night. We had to stay on the lock landing, but the locks are actually shut, so we couldn't go any further, and those behind us are all private moorings, so we had to stay. We should be first up though. Come and unlock it about 9:30 and it shuts again at 3 o'clock. We've got a massive day ahead of us of cruising. We're aiming for Hungerford, but according to the little Canal Companion book, that's about 7 to 9 hours cruising, about 20 locks. I don't think that's very realistic. Okay, go get this one away first. Up yet?
Cold.
Come on, big day.
It's cold.
You've got 20 locks to do today.
Oh.
With your new belt.
With my belt on, I'm going to put my belt on.
Right, come on, we've got half an hour until you open that bad boy. So after Hungerford, we'll be mostly on the River Kennet then until we join the Thames and managing to get a bit spicy around lock landings and stuff from the weirs. A bit worrying. What's that even from? Is that from the river? Also, after 4 locks, we'll then reach the summit, which is the highest point of the K&A, 457 feet. Then we'll slowly be going downhill then. We've also got our first proper tunnel today, which I'm really excited about. Bruce Tunnel. It's not that long, it's like half a kilometre or something. It's not been liking starting recently. It is getting colder. Oh, and some of the glow plugs weren't working. The cable come out, I'll have to redo them. Or is it just the fuel supply? That's a fuel cable. There we go. That current was pretty fierce. That's a sign of what's to come. It's a bit dodgy.
Just to let you know,
Yep.
these two are locked at 3,
Yeah.
and they're open again round up just about after 9.
Okay, lovely.
Then you've got 55 down to 60 at Cofton.
Yeah.
They're locked at half 3 as well.
Done a half 3.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
And then they're open a bit early because that's where I started first.
Oh, lovely. Got you.
So I just want to let one of you know so
Yeah,
you've got
yeah,
some
yeah.
clue.
So half 3 to get the which one's that? The top of Cofton flight.
Yeah,
Yeah, got you.
the summit.
Yeah, lovely.
How
So
many
you want
locks is
three-
that?
How many locks at Cofton? Like 7?
We'll get through that by half 2.
You should do.
Basically, a nice CRT man just said that there's a time restriction on Cofton flight as well, which is about 3 hours cruise away. You have to make sure we get there by 10 past to 20 past 3. We are at that water fill point. We've got another lock, then another 2. Then we've got Bruce Tunnel, which is exciting. And this is Cofton top lock there. We should be fine really. Yep, now you've got momentum to slow it down again, yeah? Probably start reversing. Just slow it up a little bit. Beautiful. Really trying to get Danni some more confidence on the boat, and I really don't think I help. I'm just trying to tell her what to do, but I don't even know if I'm right because I've not had any training, so it's really tempted to get some helmsman course days in us just to know what the right way to do, because we can land on locks fine, but I just don't know, just take over a little bit if I panic when I see Danni somewhat not doing it the right way. I don't know. But she did that fine. She did that really good. I think it was last week I mentioned we haven't got a permanent tunnel light because our crutch cover's in the way of the original one. So I was on Amazon and I picked up this, which plugs into the EcoFlow. I'm going to carry this all up the front, at the bow. You're supposed to point these at the ceiling of the tunnel to not blind someone. Now this camera's all over the place. This Bruce tunnel is 4 meters wide, which is over 12 feet, so we should be able to pass any boats coming through, but I think you still give way if you can see one coming, but you can actually pass 2 narrow boats. If there's a wide beam coming, you're buggered. Some fairy lights on as well for decoration. Ta-da. That should go on. Lovely. So don't just press that. Yeah, so when we get close to the tunnel, there's a little button on that thingy. You just got to turn that tunnel light on. I've got some head torches as well, just in case. Should be alright. Well prepared. We ain't got a horn though, so you might have to go up. We've got an air horn, I just haven't fitted it yet. Sorry.
Love a good train, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Another successful drone flight. Getting slightly more confidence with it again now, since crashing the last one and breaking the one before that.
Nearly at the tunnel. Gonna go put the light on at the front. Let's hope that this is enough. Oh, I'm so excited and a bit scared. I don't actually. Is that on? Where's Joe put the light? I can't really tell. How do you tell if it's on?
Huh?
How do you tell if it's on?
The red light on the thing.
Ah, I done it. Yes, on. How exciting, how exciting.
You can see right through it. It's
Yeah,
not
I
as
know.
dramatic as I thought. Some of them are, I can't remember how many.
Hours long, aren't they? Some of
Yeah,
them.
you need to book a proper passage through them. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a lot. It's like a few kilometres. Yeah, no idea.
It's too big.
We like it up there. It's
Are
pointing
we?
up a bit though, isn't it? Look
Ah.
on the ceiling.
Ah, yeah.
So these chains where they used to have to pull the boats through. On the narrow tunnels, they would have led on the front, on the bow of the boat and walked along, but because this is a wide tunnel, this is 4 metres, we're about to pull it through on the chains.
Do you want to change the light at the front?
Oh, it's alright.
It's falling down my face.
Yeah, I can see. Why don't you tighten it up?
Because you told me to get off it. Joe, I can't see what I'm doing.
A bit creepy in here.
Joe, I can't see.
How fun is that?
Do you reckon bats come in here?
Maybe. Reminds me of the Chiro Trail bit.
Yeah, I just want to say that.
The floor's a bit nicer though.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to wade through it. No change. 100 years old.
A bit rusty, aren't they? I like it, the front's really good.
Like it?
Yeah.
I'm having a hell of a time. Is it?
Quite,
Oh,
it
it's
feels
called.
quite long.
Yeah, the other one's Hare Castle, I think. Harefoot, I can't remember, something like that. It's a hell of a tunnel though.
You feel a bit disorientated, like some points I was like panicking that I was getting too close to the side.
Yeah, it's hard to say. No. Light show?
Woo! Look, he's on the thing, look at our big mushroom.
I was going to say, let's get a projector out, we could have put a film on, but it's not that long, is it?
Look at that, you see our mushroom? Wow. Hours of fun to be had. Look at it. Let there be light. Ah, that was fun.
Bruce. So this is the highest point on the K&A. The water's still running back that way. When we reach a certain point, I'm guessing it'll start going that way, which would be a bit weird. And then we've got, I think, 7 locks on the Cofton float. I could be wildly wrong there, but it's a fair few. Branch. Very distracted, nearly took the bloody camera off. And then there's the famous Cofton pumping engines, Cofton beam engines. I think one of the engines that's in there is the oldest continuously working beam engine that's still in service for its original purpose. But they're only active on certain weekends, so it won't be steaming or anything, but you can actually go on a Saturday and Sunday and book tickets and have a look, which I wouldn't mind coming back and doing actually, but it's Thursday now. Oh, so we might be around actually. Might be even from Hungerford we can come back. Good.
What kind of airplane is that?
If it's got 2 wings, it's a biplane, or like 4 wings.
It's got 2 wings. By the time you're letting the water fill up, the lunch will be ready.
Lovely, perfect. Lovely.
All downhill from there.
Here's all downhill from there.
Ow.
Oh, does the water actually flow that way? It does. I've gone back, I was trying to find a point where it stopped, because it back there just a minute ago it was going that way, now it's going this way.
Ah. Y'all missed it.
Summit. 457 feet.
Above sea level.
Above sea level.
I've cycled higher than that.
Yeah, it's not that high, it's like 275 metres. Feels really bizarre going downwards in a lock. Literally been going uphill since Bristol. Every lock's been up. A lot smoother going down. Just got to be careful with fill markers.
It's getting better now. Feel the change is coming on my way. Keeping hope as higher as I can. Moving on, embracing destiny.
We're both just rushing through these next couple of locks before we get stopped for the night when they lock them. We've got this one and 2 more until we reach the Cofton beam engines. Just like to see the chimney.
I'm going ahead, not turning back. I'm moving on, not turning back. I'm turning on, there is no turning Carry on, despite where I was, to a future that I've never known. I'll sing a song of victory ahead. Oh, I'm gonna dance to glorify.
Crofton pumping station. Oh shit. That's us through the restricted, pardon me, opening hours now, so up to our own devices how far we go until it gets dark, I guess. But then we've still got to cycle back to pick the car up, and Danny's got work tomorrow, long day, so I should probably have to leave here 6:15 in the morning. I think we've got another 2 here, then a short bit, and we'll be heading towards Bedwin, Great Bedwin, the Bedwins. If anyone's interested in that light I used for the tunnel light with a cigarette socket, I'll put a link to it on Amazon in the description. That's really quite good, especially like short-term fix. You can move it anywhere, so if you wanted a working light, if you're doing something on a boat at night for some reason, you can like move it around your boat. Handy. I bet that'd be permanent now. It's not temporary at all. Stone's Cofton pumping station, the water point. We're just doing this one now, and then we're on to these 2 little crews, and then you start doing Great Bedwin. There's moorings and water point here, so we might decide to stop here, I guess, because Danny wants some forewater before she gets to Hungerford, whilst I go away with my dad for the weekend with a friend, so maybe we fill up. I don't know, a bit tired. Don't know if that makes sense at all.
My parents left you. All fend for yourself. Picked you out.
Just shared the last few locks with a family who've moved over from New Zealand, bought a boat, as you do. They're heading up towards Oxford. So yeah, just shared a few locks. We're not sure where to stop now because we sort of want a full tank of water whilst I leave Danny over the weekend. But Hungerford, I'm gonna have a look how many hours it is yet. It's 4 o'clock now, probably got a good 3 hours of cruising still. Might do it. Might be alright, you know. Do you want me to count the locks?
It's like 6, I think.
Ain't too bad. Once we get to Hungerford though, that is when the river Kennet starts interacting with it and you start getting a bit of wash from the lock landings and exits. So
We also got stuck in the lock.
We got stuck in the lock. One of the lock, as we're both leaving, one of the lock gates wouldn't open fully, so we got wedged in. Well, Danny got wedged in. Danny got stuck. I had to rescue you, didn't I? With my barge pole. Nearly lost my barge pole trying to wedge it out.
I don't think you fixed it.
I did,
think
yes,
me and the guy fixed it.
No, I was levering the door away from the thing. You couldn't see where it was stuck. Give me some credit. That was me.
I think me and the guy did it.
Well, you got stuck, and then I rescued it.
These are my pickles. They've been pickled for about 24 hours now. I think, you can leave them indefinitely, can't you? But I'm going to see how pickled they are. We're only going to share one because I don't want to use them all. But I showed my recipe on our stories on our Instagram. I don't know where to open these.
Do you want to steer and I'll open it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Peppery, fresh, lovely.
Like it?
Pickled enough, isn't it?
How's the last bit?
You want it?
Yeah.
Bad one.
No.
There's no point in making pickles if we're not allowed to eat them.
You want one?
Locks, more locks. One more of this mini flight past Foxfield. I think it's 3 more to Hungerford then. It's like 6:20. But stop and get the train in a minute. I think you're going to get the train, or go to Hungerford, walk to Hungerford, or cycle to Hungerford, get the train, back to get the car so we don't miss the last train, and we can drive and then park up in Hungerford with the boat. That's the plan. Whether it turns out that way, unlikely. If we miss this train, it's an hour and 20 or an hour and a half cycle back to the car, so I really don't want to miss it. Thank you. It's literally 2 miles to Harborough, but just haven't got quite enough time. There's another 3 locks after this one, or this might be the 3rd and then 2 more, but it just hasn't quite got time to get the bike ready. Ten to 7, it's getting a bit fine now. Go find some more up. Alright. Hope that's not my train. A little bit creepy, not gonna lie. It's okay, it's fine. Goodness. There she is. Look at the state of this morning. Hello. Are you sure you don't want me to move?
I'm really scared I don't want to move.
20-minute walk in the morning?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. What time are you going to have to leave here?
I don't know if we're in properly or not.
Good morning. About 5 to 7. Danny left for work about an hour ago, just over an hour. Get a state, there's more in on last night. I was just worried about missing the train, and if the train wasn't delayed, I probably would have missed it. But we just got a bit carried away, did the one more lock than we should have, and then ended up panicking because when we were coming up to Moor, there's a whole row of boats, and we were worried that if we went too far, we'd go past all moorings and have to go after another lock or stay on a lock landing. Anyway, it all worked out in the end, but I'm going to move in a second, just before any boats come on past, because we'll probably pull our pins out. That one's okay, but we've just got a centre line, couldn't get a bow line in. So I can get on the move now. It's cold and misty morning, that. This is the lock with a swing bridge over it. Any boats over 30 foot, I think I read, you have to do the swing bridge first so you can clear it. Not too eventful of a cruise, just a lost windlass. That's about it. Oh, and some stinging nettle stings. I'm in dire need of a coffee. Yay?
Yes, Joe, let me just get rid of this mould. Blech. Blech.
Someone left passata in the fridge open and it's gone mouldy, and she, without checking, she tipped it out into my passata sauce that I'd made. Just a big bit of mould jump.
Oh, that's gross. It smells alright.
Sorry about the rather abrupt end. We've had quite a busy weekend. I took my dad up to Shelsley Walsh for his 70th birthday to watch some hill climb racing. Fun. But yeah, we've just not really done that much in Hungerford together, have we? You had a friend over. But yeah,
look round. Beautiful little town. It's got a really nice bridge. Great Western Railway. Excuse me, I can't remember when it was from. 1861, I want to say. Really beautiful. Some really nice pubs. But yeah, we're just going to be making our way now. We need to go get water, so we're going to go get water. So catch us next week, and then hopefully we'll be in Newbury. Hopefully.
That's the plan.
And the pump keeps going off. We need to fix that.
I think it's your hair has got stuck down in it, so it's touching the sensor.
How are we going to get that out then?
We'll have to unplug it all. That'll be for next week.
Join us next week.
Thank you to our patrons as well. We'll see you next week.